Okay, so this is the first of a series of videos to get you through question 2.3, which is worth 10%, and it's creating a C rate calculator, which is going to tell us which ships are arriving on which particular day. So first thing we want to do is set up a template that looks something like this. You can use your own colors and your own picture if you want, or you can use mine. Now I've typed in a random date of the 20th of April 2013. This is going to be a manual input, so you can put in whatever you like. Your figures will be different anyway, so you can't match my answers with yours. So before we do this, we need to have these tables, which you should have completed by now. 4 timetables for the 4 shipping lines, all named, and also the arrival columns named. So in terms of Hamburg Sud, I've got Hamburg Sud named, and as you can see, Hamburg Sud arrival named. Go back to here. We're going to run an index function, which you may or may not have done in Excel yet, but your Excel teachers will run you through that. We're going to index the Hamburg Sud timetable. So if you like, we're getting Excel to have a look at the Hamburg Sud timetable, comma, and then we're going to match the suggested date that we'd like the ship to arrive with all of the dates of the ship arrivals. So Hamburg Sud arrival. So it's basically going to look for the 20th of April 2013 in that column right at the end that had all the Melbourne arrivals. Then finally I'm going to put in column number 29, and I'll explain why in a tick. Just make sure it works. Close brackets, enter. It gives me the 6th of April. The 29 represents the 29th column. So if that's column 1 of the Hamburg Sud timetable, and the 29th column corresponds to the date of arrival. So if I'd written in 28, I would have got the day of, 30, I would have got day of arrival. If I'd put in the 28th column, I would have got information from this column. So with an index and match function, you can choose what you get from which column. Now I'm going to enter the delivery date and drag it down. Go back into it, and this time I just need to replace Hamburg Sud with the NYK line, and equally Hamburg Sud arrival with NYK arrival. So they're quite repetitive, and we do it that way so through repetition you sort of get familiar with what you're actually doing. Press enter, make sure it works. Now with Lloyd Triestino we can do the same thing. I'll just do this one to illustrate a point.
Hopefully I'll have answers back this afternoon.
And arrival, we can do Lloyd arrival, and you'll notice it won't work because if we go back to this one, the timetable for these are shorter. So date of arrival, Port of Melbourne, is column 25. So if I replace that with 25, okay, next video will show you the vessel name.